Tig here, a little Coheed and Cambria. This tune's called Welcome Home. I haven't done any Coheed and Cambria. So let's jump right in. First off, they're tuned down a half step. So instead of the strings being E, B, G, D, A, E, they're E flat, B flat, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat. Every string is dropped to have a half step. You could bring it, we're going to play it here in fourth position. Each, first finger on the fourth fret and so on. You could play it back in third, but your open E wouldn't sound right. But here's what it would sound like on the record. Right, so I'm back. But anyway, we're going to play it in standard because it'll just be easier. Okay, we don't have to worry about tuning our guitar. So we start with open E, beat 1. We're gonna leave the rake out for just a second. The rake is that little thing that's kind of sweeping across the strings. We'll come back to it though. I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's go E. Let's grab the B on the fourth fret of our G string. That's the same as your open B, your second string, right? They should match. We're gonna go a half step to C, which is the fifth fret, and then D, the pinky, on the seventh fret. So we're going B, C, D. I would pick that down, up, down. So I'm gonna go open E with a down, and then down, up, down. The timing is 1 and a 2. So that pinky on the D, B, C, D, is right on the beat. Click, 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 down, down, up, down. Got it? So E, oops, I think that time I played the B, but E, nice. Then we're going to come back to the C, to the B. I'm going to go down, up on that also because there's a little pause for the eighth note. 1 and a 2 and a. Then we're going to go to A. This is the seventh fret of your D string, fourth string, A. Then back to the C with that second finger, which is the fifth fret of your G. So we had open E, B, C, D, C, B, A, C. I think I forgot to tell you about that extra A. So you come to the A, and then we're going to go A, C again. And as far as the picking, down, up, down. Down, up, I'm going to go down on that A, then down on the A again and up on the C, because again an eighth note and 2/16. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So it's the same thing every time. An eighth note with 2/16, eighth note, 2/16, eighth note, 2/16. You can think of it as long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short. So far so good. And then we're going to go back to the B, first finger, A with the pinky, down, up, I think. Yeah, down, up. G, the fifth fret of that D string. F sharp, the fourth fret of the D string. Oh, and then open E. Sorry, not open A. Haha. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 E and then just 4/16 notes coming down from the B. B, A, G, F sharp. If I move that B to my ninth fret of my D string, it's just moving right down the scale, right? B, A, G, F sharp. But it's easier to stay in a position. And down, up on those last four notes. So, now, the next time, you don't play that last little part. You're just going to play 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we're going to go grab D and F sharp here. Fifth fret of your A string and the fourth fret of your D string gives us an E and F sharp, part of a D chord. Kind of looks like the D chord that would look like that, like a C moved up, but just these two notes. Then from here, we're moving to F sharp and A, ninth fret of your A string, fifth string. And then the A is on the seventh fret of your D string. We're in F sharp and A minor third. This is called a major third. Sounds kind of happy. Oh, and the saint, right? Minor third. Kind of sounds kind of sad. Anyway, so we're going from a major third to a minor third in F sharp and A, which was ninth and seventh. Bring that back to E and G, also a minor third, part of an E minor chord, and the D F sharp again. So, and they're all played kind of short. Staccato, so you just kind of hit it, release the pressure, and that's just eighth notes. So that's just 3 and 4 and. So the first half of the measure was 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and And that's that whole little intro, except with the exception of the rake, which we're going to throw in now. But all together. Pretty simple. So the reason we left the rake out is so that we made sure we played it in time. And you'll notice he does a little bit of a vibrato on that note. So the 7th fret, so the D and the A, 7th fret of the 2 middle strings. Might be exaggerating it a bit, but you can hear it. There's a bit of vibrato. Okay, so we left the rake out to make sure that the time was right. Sometimes when we add rakes, we have a tendency to give them more value than they're really worth. Also, the same thing with little grace notes and stuff. Sometimes it's best to learn it without it first, and then throw it back in. That way, 1 and a 2, right? Tick, 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 tick. Right? We get used to playing it right in time. But now let's throw the rake in. So we have the open E. And then we have this B, which we said was on the and of beat 1. 1 and 2. Remember that? So the rake is going to go from E, 7th fret of your A string. That's an octave higher than your low E, right? Low E, E an octave higher, and then of course your high E is another octave higher. Anyway, so it's an octave higher than the Z. Then to the G, the 5th fret of your D string, E, G, and then we're going to grab the B that we already learned. So this E and G is going to get stuck. Is going to go in there in between when the time you hit the low E on beat 1 and this B on the and of beat 1. So 1 and, we have to go 1 and I remove my fingers as I hit each one, and I'm just going open E with a down, and then I'm going down, down, down. Remember how we hit that B with a down? So it's still exactly how we did it before. 1 and a 2. Sorry, I just counted that wrong. That was not right, because remember the B is the and a 2. So it's... I gotta go back here so I can see if we can squeeze it in. So the trick with rakes is just slow. Gradually speed them up. But the important thing is we get to that B on the and. So even if the rake doesn't actually ring the notes, if it's just like, you know, like clicky sounds. So practice it a bunch with the, and then start adding the rake in. Cody and Cambria, Teague, subscribe if you like that, what I did. If you had fun learning it. I might do more of this tune. I haven't really decided yet. But there's lots more on the channel. You can check out the channel. And please share with friends. Let people know. Yeah, the band is Trip Views. And as always, have fun.